It's Fuck Yeah Friday.
Fuck yeah!
Get ready for some wins.
Welcome to the Be It Till You See It podcast, where we talk about taking messy action, knowing that perfect is boring. I'm Lesley Logan, Pilates instructor and fitness business coach. I've trained thousands of people around the world, and the number one thing I see stopping people from achieving anything is self-doubt. My friends, action brings clarity, and it's the antidote to fear. Each week, my guests will bring bold, executable, intrinsic, and targeted steps that you can use to put yourself first and be it till you see it. It's a practice, not a perfect. Let's get started.
Hello, Be It Babe. Welcome to the last Friday episode of February. How are you? How was February for you? Are you freaking out? It's like time flying by. Is it happening? My goodness. Please be kind to yourself. Okay. You got to. If you're not kind to you, how are you going to get other people to be kind to you? Like, how are we going to do that? All right, it's an actual question. I'd love for you to tell me. So, okay. I'm looking up my thing that inspired me, and I'm super excited about this. So there was this person, his name is Zombie Dan on Instagram. And I don't know a ton about Zombie Dan. I'm sorry, I didn't do a ton of research, but I was obsessed with this reel when it came upon my feed. And so this person was like, my family didn't celebrate me when I got engaged to my girlfriend. And so obviously it's like a LGBTQ relationship and she's not being supported. And Zombie Dan shares like, hi, I'm Zombie Dan. I and this other group of people, we can be the father that walks you down the aisle. We can be the older brother. We can be the mother. We can go to dress shoppings with you. We can do these things. And they stand in the gap. They stand in the place of anyone who's not affirming in your family. I'm obsessed with this. I think it is so cool. So the link to, if you are someone I need someone to stand in place of a family member who's unaffirming of my life, I highly recommend checking out what Zombie Dan is doing. So it's the Zombie Dan. I will put the link in the bio. I don't know who Zombie Dan is. We've never met, but I think people are so cool. And what I love about this so much is that people like him are so full of love. And they're like, how can I share this love that we have for others? Wasn't that cool? Isn't that amazing? I know you're like, oh, but it's not, people might be like, well, it's not their dad. It's not about that. It's about them having people surrounding them who appreciate and affirm who they are and whom they love, right? That's what it's about. It's about being surrounded by those people and not being alone at those significant times in your life. And so thank you, Zombie Dan, for what you created and for the people that you've brought together for this. I think it's so freaking cool. And it just blew my mind. Aren't people amazing? They're amazing. So that just truly inspired me. All right. So now your win. Okay. So I chose a win from Ainsley. We've heard wins from her before, but I chose her win because it actually is from when she was flying home from the Cambodian retreat. And she has done our Cambodian retreat 2 times. And I thought like her win is so beautiful. This is coming out on the day that I'm ending my Cambodian retreat in the February one. And so I just wanted to relive her wins, but also share what is possible when you take a week for yourself. So Ainsley Walker, she wrote, I'm at the end of LL and Brad's stunning Cambodian retreat, sitting at the Bangkok airport, letting all that's happened the past few days absorb. And oh my goodness, so many wins. So here's a few, and I'll try to keep it brief. I gifted myself this trip for my birthday. I made it happen. I deliberately accepted the extra clients knowing they were my way in. When they came, I felt even more excited to see them. This is my second time to Cambodia with LL and Brad. That's a massive win right there. I got so much more out of it the second time. I'm in a much better place. The first time was wonderful, but the second time, pure joy for me. I have absolutely loved the consistency of moving daily and found group energy so motivating. I'm committed to keep it up. Each and every person on the trip made it special. It was beautiful hanging out with my gorgeous Elevate peeps, chatting and having fun. I loved in the last day, my body allowed me to take it into rocking. It showed me how much stretch and connection it has made in the last year and allowed me to lift my leg in leg pull front. I've been working on these all year. And after a lovely chat with Lisa, I'm inspired to find a new one-to-one classical teacher to keep progressing. Another amazing chat with Mandy, and we will move together and join her moving group when possible. This week, I fully realized how all my hard work and investment on myself, my goals has paid off. I felt like a different person this year, calm and confident, happy, so happy. It took work, commitment, but I'm inspired to keep investing in myself. Standing under the waterfall where Les and I squealed and screamed out loud. but you could not hear as the rush of water was so loud. Has to be one of the highlights and so liberating, but so many more to list. Standing out in the warm rain with my gorgeous Elevate friend Nancy, we laughed so hard. My cup feels full to overflowing. I'm re-energized, excited, feeling strong, and also nourished with amazing fresh food and so many good memories. I'm now ready to get back to my family and clients and implement all the great workshop takeaways I have. Thank you, LL and Brad, for taking me on this amazing trip. And then she finishes this up with, so I'm 10 days back from Cambodia and jet lag has finally subsided. Not sure why it felt like it took so long. Since Cambodia, I've moved every day with self-practice at 6:30 a.m. I am taking time to implement everything that came up in our workshops. It's feeling so positive. I booked an hour with myself this weekend to look at all I wrote down to keep it in my life. One client who came to me for balance issues after a stroke was doing moves this week that I had in mind on their first session. This week, we celebrated him doing them, knowing we have far more to go. He left so tall and strong compared to when I met him. My Saturday and Thursday mat classes are full, and I will work on the spaces in the other couple. I've moved with the Wednesday Elevate group this week too. I mean, my goodness, Ainsley, these wins. I love the follow-up to this win with the 10 days later, because, we come back from things and we're like, I'm going to do this and this when I get home. I'm going to keep going with this. I'm going to do this. And then life happens, things get real busy. And then we lose the momentum, or we lose the stamina, or we forget what we wrote down. And I love that she re-followed up with that. And she was so intentional. And her intentionality is why she is doing what she's doing. I mean, I saw her and Nancy standing under the rain in Cambodia, just laughing. They were just like loving it. And it was so beautiful to watch. I was like, I'll stand in the rain filming them just because it's so fun to watch. And I just share all this with you because every time I do a retreat in Cambodia, I am more grounded than I ever could. And I'm so inspired by those that come. This particular Cambodia retreat, so my win, was one of our smaller ones. We just started doing the February retreats again. And, it's not always the time of year that people think about traveling, but my goodness, I hope you do. You can actually sign up for our October one, but if February is a better time for you to travel, I hope you join us. So it was a smaller group. And so I got to really connect with some of our amazing people. So half the group I didn't know, and the other half of the group I've known for a long time. Either they've been an OPC member for a long time or an agency Elevate member for a long time. So it was really cool to connect people I've known for a long time to people I've never met and spend a week just together. And when you're an adult, you don't often get to meet strangers, let alone get to know them on a deep level. And it was just so fun to get to spend a week with these amazing women and get to know them on a deep level, support them and hold space for them because they are doing powerful things for so many people. And also because I'm someone who likes to observe myself and others as things are going on, like I learned so much more about who I am and what I want out of this next year and this next life. And I don't really celebrate or create New Year's resolutions. I'm just like, here are my intentions for the year. And the thing that I missed, I didn't realize how much I missed it, is we used to go to Cambodia in Q1 all the time. And it was a great time for me to really see, like, did the intention I set for this year, does it feel like it sticks or does it need some changes? And being able to go back and have that time to go, oh yeah, no, the intentions for this year are exactly what I wanted. And also I can tweak them and make them better. I can make them bigger. Sometimes we're afraid we'll fail. So we set the bar a little lower for ourselves. And that is not going to be this year. No way. I got things to do and people to support and lives to change, and can't do that playing small. So my win is just being able to absorb love and generosity and kindness and community this last week on this retreat, and seeing this beautiful world through the eyes of those who've not been there before. And it was just really freaking fun. So anyways, I'll be back. I'll be back from Cambodia next time you hear me. So, oh my God, what a mantra to pull. I just drew this. I pulled it out of a pile. And it says, your mantra for the week, on to the next adventure. On to the next adventure. On to the next adventure. I hope you are on to your next adventure, and you can be right now in this moment. Just state that. You can actually start the day all over. On to the next adventure. Well, that's me, and that's you too, because my loves, this episode has come to an end, and we are on to the next adventure. Until next time, be it till you see it.
That's all I got for this episode of the Be It Till You See It podcast. One thing that would help both myself and future listeners is for you to rate the show and leave a review. And follow or subscribe for free wherever you listen to your podcast. Also, make sure to introduce yourself over at the Be It Pod on Instagram. I would love to know more about you. Share this episode with whoever you think needs to hear it. Help us and others be it till you see it. Have an awesome day.
Be It Till You See It is a production of the Bloom Podcast Network. If you want to leave us a message or a question that we might read on another episode, you can text us at +1 310 905 5534 or send a DM on Instagram at beitpod.
It's written, filmed, and recorded by your host, Lesley Logan, and me, Brad Crowell.
It is transcribed, produced, and edited by the Epic team at Diseño.co.
Our theme music is by Ali at Apex Production Music, and our branding by designer and artist Gianfranco Cioffi.
Special thanks to Melissa Solomon for creating our visuals.
Also to Angelina Herrico for adding all of our content to our website. And finally, to Meredith Root for keeping us all on point and on time.